have y'all seen this place? Have y'all seen This Place Rules on HBO?
I have not. What's it about?
I think so.
All right, so This Place Rules is Andrew Callaghan.
You mentioned the Channel 5.
The Channel 5 News, formerly All Gas No Breaks.
Mm-hmm.
It's his documentary around the 2020 election is sort of where it's framed around that whole time period. Him traveling the country, going to rallies, going to events and stuff.
Striking while the iron saw it.
Well, I mean, it's been made through the whole. Anyway, why are you being mean?
It's about the beginning of 2020 and the end of 2019.
No,
it's like 2023.
Okay. It's about the January 6th thing. How did the camera end up over there? I feel like it.
January 6th, what year?
What do you mean? Of what year?
No, I was just establishing it was 3 years ago. Okay.
Is it already?
It's really good. It's really good. It is bizarre, in its own sort of like hectic kind of way, but I don't know. I definitely saw a lot of footage that I hadn't seen before, and I just like him. I like his show. I feel like
he is a funny guy. And he always gets good interviews.
You're
He's just a bit of a goober.
It's like I feel like it's going over there for some reason.
Well, you want to turn it the other way.
I know,
because now your head is behind code PKA on lock and load.
That's like
which honestly, Zach, that graphic should say code jizz as well.
Look at that, perfect. No, I like that show a lot. It's on HBO. I'll say this though, if you watch it, you're going to be very confused when it begins. I was so confused. I thought I had begun this thing in the middle somewhere because it begins without an introduction at all. He doesn't say my name is this and that and this is this. It begins with like this guy who has Joker tattoos on his face, and he's like an Instagram guy, and he's gonna fight another Instagram guy over their porn star girlfriend, and it's all kind of for clout. And you stay with them for like 10 fucking minutes, and I was about to turn this shit off. And then they literally have a boxing match, and one of them gets knocked down, and then it starts cutting to like cool like footage of like the election and Donald Trump saying stuff, and there's a little montage, and then he comes in and a guy asked him, he's like, so why did you start it with Joker face and Easy Money and their whole fight? And he's like, I feel like it's very similar to the election, how it's fight. And it didn't make any sense to me. That's the weirdest part of the whole thing. It made no sense.
But it's he's telling like a disjointed narrative joke where it's like he picks something that isn't at all.
No, it wasn't a joke
of the thing and then plays.
I think he thought it was good storytelling, but it wasn't great. That's one of my major complaints. But I did like, dude, when he goes to the QAnon family. It's the one where the guy shows the Chipotle logo and he says that this is the sign of a boy lover. And
what is the Chipotle logo?
It's a chili pepper.
Because the boy lover logo is like, isn't it like a triangle or a heart like in itself over?
It is kind of like a little upside down triangle.
Yeah, you can find those on the FBI site. Like no, that's what it is. A triangle that's in.
Well, maybe he had a point on that little part. Maybe
no, it doesn't look like a pepper. No, don't Chipotle here.
Well, maybe chili pepper logos, not Chipotle's per se, can sometimes be interpreted that way. However, the rest of it's nonsense. And what was great was this is the guy who had the brainwashed wife and kids who were like going along with his QAnon like theories and stuff. And afterwards, after January 6th, after months go by and the QAnon thing like fizzles out and everybody realizes it was bullshit, he goes back. And he has dinner with those people, and he interviews that same little kid sitting in front of the mom and dad again. And the kid goes, yeah, I think, my dad felt really silly when he realized that Q was, just making all that stuff up and it was all real and none of it was real. And, we all wasted our time, just worrying about it so much. And, I was homeschooled throughout all of that. And so we didn't have any friends. And the mom is going, like nodding along. And the dad sits there and like eats his fucking crow. He sits there while his 10 or 12-year-old son is like, yeah, I think my dad really got confused and misled by some stuff online, and he led us all astray into the Q stuff and really wasted a lot of his time. And his dad is just sitting there like, man, you summing it up well, son. you really summing it up well and concisely. Thank you, son.
I mean, if that's
like a Band-Aid, boy, do it right.
Honestly, if that's the response of the dad, then he's more respectable than most people, because it is a lot. It is infinitely harder to convince someone they've been fooled than it is to fool someone.
And
so if he actually had a come to Jesus moment and was like, yeah, I got hoodwinked a bit, like, that's way more than most people can say.
That's also where that was in Atlanta, and then they go a few blocks over, and it's where they burnt down the Wendy's after that guy was shot. And that's when they interview those 4 black guys, and they're like, it was actually a Caucasian female burnt down that Wendy's. Yeah, hell,
undoubtedly true. By the way, yeah, it was a white woman who loved burning down fast food establishments.
Such violent people.
I believe them. I believe them 100%. They said they saw it happen, and then the other guy goes, "Yeah, for real, I fucks with that 4 for 4." They were like,
all we know for sure is that guy didn't do it.
I believe him.
Look, there was a man who was there, and he said a white woman did it. And look, I picture this, Taylor. There's a riot. There's some Antifa people there. Somebody's going to throw a Molotov. Who's going to be the one who's got enough privilege, enough balls to throw the first Molotov? Who's going to throw that first stone? But a white woman.
Damn.
They're always ask Dana White. Ask Dana White. White woman will cut first thing.
Yeah.
Living around Seattle tracks.
I mean, you can find all those videos of those fucking white women throwing Molotovs. always go.
Absolutely.
See one on
Zach,
Facebook.
show me pictures of white women throwing Molotovs.
That's the guy.
And after that, show me the Speaker of the House's office. I thought I mimed that well enough earlier, but I didn't.
And then show us the old Speaker of the House's tits.
I would like to see Miss Pelosi's milkers. I would like to see Christiana Hendricks, or however you pronounce her name.
No, you know what? Dealer's choice: Nancy Pelosi, Christina Hendricks, or Ben Shapiro's sister. It's your choice. But big tits are coming in.
Sister, also the cell phone lady.
You can't bring Abby into the equation.
Actually, not Ben Shapiro's sister. She didn't do anything to deserve any of it.
One.
I was going
to say, she's the only one that's trying to do her own thing online and not get messed.
What did we get? We asked for a lot of things. What is this?
That's
a white woman with a Molotov.
Boom. Kyle is 1,000,000% vindicated. I am happy to admit defeat. When I'm confronted with information that proves me wrong, I'm happy to come around, and Kyle
eat
wins.
Your crow,
this one.
like that man who believed that.
I'm eating that crow, just like the man who believed that Chipotle was not only making delicious burritos, but they were shoving them up the children's asses.
Yep, that's right.
Man, that would be devastating if I learned Chipotle was a child rape ring. I'd have to be like, damn, how much did I support this?
It was Chipotle gate all along.
Look how cool.
Wow, the only photo with no frontal.
No, look how suggestive it is. Look how suggestive this is with the Washington Monument in the background, all phallic. And look, I bet she's got her left titty out of one of those milker shirts that they give to pregnant ladies. Yeah. What do you call those?
Do you think she's wearing panties?
Is it just
no way. No way. Yeah, maternity shirt. Thank you, Woody. Yeah.
You know, whenever I see offices in DC and stuff, they really just look out of date to me. That furniture.
Yeah.
From
Dude,
Dave Chappelle yesterday. We have no clue.
Dave Chappelle's like, they complained about Trump doing some stuff that wasn't so bad. God damn.
Eye candy for no reason.
Okay.
Thank you, Jack.